You know, it's funny. Sometimes I look in the mirror and look in my eyes, and I'm sorry, there's a lot of noise, by the way. There's gonna be noise in this neighborhood today, but I look in my eyes and I see tiredness, and I think, well, I got sleep. I wonder what's going on. I haven't had to do that much work. I don't understand what's going on. Why am I tired? Right? And I realized that there's different levels of tired. Different things make you tired. But like Jesus said in Matthew 11, he said, 11:28, come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. Now I like yoke. Y-O-L-K. Egg yolk. Right? I like yolk. Egg yolk is good. I love eggs. We have chickens. We get a lot of eggs. I eat a lot of eggs. It's fine. But he's here. Jesus, the yoke Jesus talks about is Y-O-K-E. The yoke of an oxen, right? Something you use to drive an ox or cow, or whatever it is, when you're plowing, right? So it's what he's saying here is, latch on to me if you're weary and burdened. He didn't say if you've out here been working hard, physically been working hard, right? He said if you're weary and burdened, he'll give you rest. So like, what he's saying here is that tiredness will come from, this kind of tiredness comes from something other than working, physically working. This is a mental and emotional exhaustion. And mental and emotional exhaustion will make you tired and make you physically tired, really. And I've learned that, like, we'll say 2020. Right? 2020 was a tough year for everybody, right? I wasn't worried about COVID or getting sick or that, the other. But I gained 10 pounds. Not a crazy amount. I gained 10 pounds. I weighed about 250, 255 at that point, and I weigh about 260, 265. And I haven't gained any more weight since then. But I was like, why did I gain 10 pounds? I wasn't worried about COVID. I wasn't stressed out about COVID. It didn't bother me. There was so much emotional anxiety and stress going on in 2020 in general, between the riots in cities, which wasn't here, obviously, hotly contested political season, which is that way all the time, especially going to be this way again this year, right? Constant stuff, and then all the COVID this, COVID that, and all the just the junk in general. I wound up like, these things burden you. They make you weary and they pile up on you, and everybody goes through stuff, right? I mean, and maybe your stuff doesn't seem like a big deal to me, and maybe my stuff doesn't seem like a big deal to you, but it's what you're going through. This burdened you down, it makes you weary, and it wears you out. And it's physically exhausting because it has exhausted you emotionally and mentally. Like, I can work as much, physically work as much as I want. Now, I'm limited by my age sometimes, which I'm not old, but as you get older, it wears you down a little bit. And you may be like, okay, I've hurt my ankle on Christmas Day, and it's still not 100% 7 months later. So I'm limited, right? But what really slows you down is the burdens and the weight that you carry emotionally and mentally, the stuff that can just exhaust you that nobody knows about, by the way. It's stuff that you might press on yourself and allow to weigh heavy on you inside and here, and that nobody knows about, and you don't want to tell nobody. But Jesus said, come to me. Come to me. Not Jason. Come to Jesus, right? Let's go to Jesus and take up his yoke, which is what? Which is trusting him, which is his love, his peace, his joy. You take up that, because when you don't worry, when you quit worrying about stuff, which by the way is what he asked you to do. He's like, hey, don't worry about your physical needs and about what's going to happen tomorrow. Don't do all that. Just trust me for those things. Trust me for your now and your tomorrow and your every moment. And trust me for the things that you need. Because I'll take care of all that for you if you place your life in my hands and trust me and follow me. All these things will be taken care of, and you don't need to worry about what somebody might say or how they might treat you or how somebody's going to react to this, or am I going to hurt this person's feelings, or is this going to affect my life down the road, or how's this going to go, or am I going to have money for this next week, or how's this right? You ain't got to worry about all those things if you take up Jesus's yoke. In other words, if you become his servant and you're turning your life over to him to let him direct you and guide you and tell you which way to go and operate, turn your life over to him. He says my yoke is easy and my burden's light. It's easy, it's light. Is life always easy? No. But what he's saying is, if you're trusting me, allowing the God of the universe, creator of the world, lover of your soul, savior of your soul, if you allow that person to operate, allow that person to have control in your life, it's pretty simple. Jesus said life's simpler than we're making it, right? But we worry and stress too much, and we want to take things on ourselves. That's my issue. I'm me. I don't need nobody, right? Jason doesn't need nobody. Jason needs to fix it on his own, take care of it on his own. Don't lay this crap on anybody else's shoulders. Don't put it on anybody else's plate. Jason takes care of his own stuff. That's how I operate. And he takes care of Angela's stuff too. Well, he takes care of this person's stuff and that one, because that's my job, right? That's my job. Jesus said, no, your job is to not worry. Don't let this stuff, and I don't worry, but like I take on stuff. Because I'm a doer, I'm a fixer. My job. I'm a do your job type person, to be honest with you. I'm a do your job type person, and my job is to take care of everything for everybody. Best I can. That's my job. I'm going to do my job. When Jesus wants my job to be to trust him and to operate for him, work for him, and not to worry about this stuff, and don't put it on yourself, because Jesus' yoke is easy and his burden is light. But we get tired from burdening ourselves down so much. Why? What are we changing? What Jesus said? Who by worrying can add a single hour to his life? Right? Well, you can't change anything by worrying about it. But what you can do is make things better for yourself when you let go of all those things and quit trying to be the doer and the fixer. Or quit being the worrier and the stressor. And you just take up Jesus' yoke. His yoke is easy and his burden is light. He says, if you're weary and burdened, come to me and I'll give you rest. So let's go to Jesus and get some rest. What do you think? I get some sleep. Like, I wind up sleeping too much. Like, I don't sleep a ton, honestly, but like on the weekends I'll try to sleep a little bit more and junk. But Jesus just said, I'll give you rest. It's okay. Need some rest? Take up Jesus' yoke. All right? Come to Jesus, get your rest. So let's do that. All right. So thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it. My name is Jason. This is Art of Creation Homestead. We love y'all. God bless you and goodbye.